Hello and welcome back to Car Chats. I am on my way to lunch with one of my best friends. I got like decently cute today. My hair is like super old right now. I was holding off on washing it because I got reached out to by a hair brand about a potential hair partnership. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wash my hair because in the event that we sign this contract, I want to be able to just like do it as soon as possible, because a week from now, I'm going to Danny's new salon and I'm getting myself a silk press for the holidays. And I don't want to like only have the silk press for like, a few days before I shoot that next hair video. So I was like making sure that I was prepared just in case I needed to wash it really quick. But I just got an email from the brand and it seems like they're not going to be able to pay my rate. So I'm just going to decline it, because right now, although I am desperate for money, or not even desperate, I'm not desperate because I'm saying no, clearly. Although I would like to be making more and financially I would like to be doing better, I don't want to work from a place of desperation and a place of lack and taking opportunities that are going to actually like take a lot of work, because it's not like they just want me to do some type of run-of-the-mill type video. They want me to do a full roller set situation with my hair, and y'all know how much hair I have. It doesn't look like a lot because we got the backlighting right now, but I got a lot of hair and my hair is really long. And so for me to go and shoot myself washing my hair, then styling it with the roller set, and then also sitting underneath the dryer for God knows how long, absolutely not doing that for less than the amount that I quoted them. It's a smaller brand, it's a smaller hair brand, so I understand that they don't have a large budget, but at the end of the day, I have to make sure that I'm using my time in ways that serve me, and also that I'm treating myself with respect, and I'm treating my craft with respect, because I've been in the game now for almost 10 years. I've been on YouTube, I think YouTube next year will be about 9 years on YouTube, documenting my hair journey. So I just can't compromise on my value. And that's just a mentality that I'm going into the next year with, because I feel like I've compromised so much on my value. I've second guessed my value, and where has it gotten me? Because next year is going to be 10 years of me as a creator overall. Before I went full-time, I wasn't full-time yet in 2015 because I had just started out, but it's going to have been 10 years since I started sharing tips, and I've just been reflecting a lot on that lately, and I'm just like, there's a part of me that is proud, very proud, because I've been able to work with so many different brands. Except for this year, other years in the past, I have made the most money that I ever have in my entire life. I have been able to host 2 amazing retreats. I launched a product, my affirmation card deck. I had a podcast. I'm relaunching that podcast next year. Like, I've honestly done so much. And then there's another part of me, you know the part, because I'm sure I'm not alone in this, the inner critic that is like, okay, you've been doing this for 10 years and there's some girls out there who have been doing it for 6 months who have just like blown up, and who are on television, on red carpets, have multiple products, are hosting events, working with major brands. And I'm seeing these things and I'm just like, what is it about me that doesn't yet deserve these opportunities? And I have to remind myself that when there is a bigger and grander anointing, sometimes it's going to be harder. The road is going to be more difficult. The road to getting to where I need to be is going to be a lot longer. And sometimes it could be a tough pill to swallow, because it's like, how many times am I going to tell myself, oh no, something bigger is coming, something bigger is coming, something bigger is coming, when it's been 10 years. It's like, dang, I'm just like, am I going to have to wait 20, 30 years, But then I guess that's just a test of how bad do I want it? How great is the impact going to be? I just have to continuously remind myself and stop myself from spiraling because I often feel myself spiraling about the fact that my growth is so slow. My trajectory is so slow. My story is a long, difficult one, And I don't know if you can relate to this or not, but it gets frustrating. It gets depressing, and it really makes me question myself and my self-worth a lot. I'm just like, damn, maybe I think I'm more poppin' than I actually am. Maybe I'm not as interesting. Maybe I'm not as unique. Maybe I'm not as deserving as these other people who are just seemingly getting success overnight. And people can say, oh, they get it and they get it fast and they lose it fast, but I don't know. So I'm just in a mood today, but overall I feel good. I feel good about where life is headed because I am doing the work. I've been thinking a lot about how successful people don't just go to work and go home. Successful people, they go to work, they excel at their craft, and then they also take care of their mind, body, and spirit. And I have been working really hard to make sure that I'm tackling not just the work on a day-to-day basis, and obviously not just showing up as an amazing mom and wife, but I'm taking care of my body. And as you know, I've been playing padel, but I've also been, after padel, because I go to padel twice a week. So what I've been doing, since they have a gym at my padel studio, I've been going to the gym after padel. So I've been lifting weights. I also, I usually journal, I do breath work, and I see a therapist. So I've been doing my best to make sure that I'm taking care of myself holistically. And I don't know, I know obviously it's going to help with my life and keeping me more agile and ensuring that I'm healthy. We got a little bit of traffic and I'm underneath, but you can still see me okay. The lighting on this is good. But I do feel that that's something that is going to help me to just be a better entrepreneur and be better in my career, because I feel like with working out, I'm building up a certain stamina and a certain energy. And I think once I start to actually see the results of my working out and my arms start to tone up a little bit, I've given up hope on having abs again because I breastfeed. And with breastfeeding, I'm eating constantly. I'm stuffing myself to make sure that I have enough calories for myself and for my son. So I'm just I'm not gonna have abs. It's okay. As long as I just maintain a certain frame and I got little muscles on my arms and my legs, I'm good. But I feel like in my career, doing things like that, it's going to be really helpful for me as just an overall more well-rounded person, and it's going to bring more brain clarity. I have to make sure that I'm thinking of that as well, because one day my chance is going to come. My opportunity is going to come, and I want to make sure that I'm meeting it head first, and I'm meeting it from a place of being intentional, being well-rounded, like I said, and just being, my best self. I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna do the best that I can to show up as my higher self on a regular basis, so that when that opportunity arises, that I can seize it and that I can be the beast that I know that I am. Yeah, so your girl has just been working. I also noticed something that I shared on a recent Instagram video, and it's that I tend to shrink myself in a lot of situations. Like, I noticed it most when I was playing padel, because I would go into my clinic super hyped, super excited. I would see some of my peers who were like not as good, not as athletic as I am, who were kind of just like, you know, missing hits and like a little like, oh my gosh. And I would kind of mirror that. I noticed I was doing that. I was just like they weren't as good. I knew I'm not amazing at padel. Like, I still have my mess ups and stuff, but I would kind of pull back because I didn't want to come across as like, oh, I'm trying to show off, or I'm, you know, trying to just do too much. And I've noticed that I do that a lot in certain situations. It depends on who I'm with. Like, when I'm with like my close girlfriends, like my best friends, or I'm with my family, I don't do that because I feel really comfortable with them. But there are certain friends that I'm around and I'm like, okay, you know what, she's kind of insecure about how she looks or whatever, or this, that, and the third, so let me just like pull back a little bit so that I don't, you know, make her feel bad or make her, you know, feel like I'm doing too much or I'm being extra. And it's not my battle, you know. Like, if that person doesn't want to do their own internal work to help their confidence or their self-esteem or sense of self-worth, it's not my responsibility to now dim my light to try to make them feel better. And it's also mind reading, because at the end of the day, they may be insecure about themselves or whatever they have going on, but they haven't said to me that I am making them feel worse. Although I did have one person who was no longer a friend, I had to take her out of my life completely because I realized that she didn't necessarily really like me, but she wanted to be around me constantly. And I don't know, I actually don't even know what it was, but she was super insecure and she had come out of a really bad breakup. And so, you know, every time I saw her, I was trying to uplift her and you know, like really speak light into her and whatnot. And I was there for her. I would invite her out, you know, with me and David and stuff, so she wasn't alone and whatnot. And so we would hang out all the time. And then she told me, she was like, every time I'm with you, you make me hate myself. And I was like, what? I was so confused. And she was like, yeah, you always have your nails done, you're always so put together, you always look so good, and it just makes me feel terrible about myself. And the way she said it made it seem like I was doing something wrong. Like I was putting myself together purposely to put her down. And I'm just like, this is strange, because this is just how I am and who I am, and you've known me for years. So it's like, what? Like, how? What? You knew me like you met me like this, so you chose to be my friend. And so like, it was honestly like my worst nightmare coming to life. And it was just like one of those moments where I was like, this is why I shrink myself, because I don't want people to feel a certain type of way. And in 2026, actually, well, starting now, because I already started like last week, I am not shrinking myself for other people's comfort. It's not my responsibility. I am doing so much internal work to ensure that I feel good about myself, to really face my demons head on. So if you're not doing the same for yourself, I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. And if my presence is disrupting your peace, then we absolutely do not need to be around each other. And that's essentially what I did with that fake friendship, because I just like bowed out gracefully. I didn't bow out gracefully. I just kind of was like, chuck the deuces. Like, I'm done with this. Like, I just slid out of that little friendship, because that was a mess. I guess frenemies, like that was a real true frenemy, because I don't think she liked me at all. Like, and she was just an energy sucker. Like, I don't know. So I am done shrinking. I am absolutely done shrinking. And I am still working on comparing my career journey to other people's career and other people's trajectory. And, you know, I'm a work in progress, but I see good things for myself. I see my anointing and my blessing and my abundance on the horizon. I know it's close. I can like taste it. It's so close. I just gotta hang in there. I just gotta hang in there, because I feel like my life kind of imploded this year, and I think it was because the blessing is coming. The blessing is coming really soon. So I just got to make sure that I am preparing myself to receive and just opening myself up to receive. So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually when that blessing comes, I just grab it. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish. I only have 16% battery left, and my camera is also telling me that it's overheating. So so I am gonna go, but I hope that you enjoyed this car chat. Like I said, I just enjoy it because I can just have a moment to just vent and rant and talk. So I thank you for being here for me, and I hope that something in it resonated with you, and I hope that we can end this year off in a way that makes us feel good and makes us feel empowered, because we deserve it. We deserve to stop living from a place of lack and stop living in survival mode and start thriving. So thank you again for watching. I love you so much. Until next time.